Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm just going to do a really nice, simple, quick video for you, and it's to make this lovely little journal. It's really simple. I've only got some tea stain, coffee stain papers inside, and I was just having a sort of practice to see what this velvet ribbon would look like on the spine of a little sort of like journal. And I ended up sort of like making a little journal thing, really simple one, and I just think it looks lovely. It's the lace, it's the velvet that I was using colouring in my last few videos, which I'm loving, and also I coloured some with some seam binding as well, which I love. And of course I've been making some flowers, and this one I popped on one of my little seam binding flowers. I popped a little sequin and a little bead in the middle, and I just think they're so pretty. I've added this little embellishment is from the Ko-fi monthly supporters that you had. I've added a few of my little butterflies, fussy cut butterflies, and one of my words and phrases, and the papers is the watercolour butterflies and flowers. So looks really lovely, loving it. And I've just printed on the inside with the backing papers as well and added a bit. So really simple, really simple. And then again we've got a little tied in, the little signature has just been tied in. So I'm going to show you how to do this really well. Oh, let's just quick, right, that's the first paper. I'll just give you a quick flip through of the papers. So this is the first sort of like pinky one that I've got in there. Then we've got this beautiful butterfly. Look at these, they're just so pretty, and they're really nice sort of like spring colours, aren't they? I backed them with the backing ones, the plain ones as well. I think that one's oh, excuse me, that one was upside down. And then we've got some the backing papers. Oh, I can't pick them up. There we go. So lovely colours, really lovely spring pastel-y sort of colours, aren't they, as well? Watercolour-y pastel-y ones. So beautiful, loving this one. And look at that lovely spring yellow. So I'm just thinking whether to do the butterfly or this one. So I'm just wondering, because I do love this, I absolutely love that, but I think I might do the butterfly, I think. So let's just, so you only need one sheet, so obviously you can use any papers that you've got. I have got green on the back of this one, and I am going to tear it in half like that. Okay, so that's sort of like, that's the middle. But I'm not going to put this bit in the middle. I'm going to put this bit in the middle, I think, because I don't want to cover too much of the wing up, or the body up. Oh, let's see. Let's just tear this. Let's see how well I tear it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we could have our journal like that, or we could have it like that. So that would be the front page, wouldn't it? So that's quite nice like that, isn't it? So we'd put these two back to back like that. And then what have I got? These are the little bits that I also, did I have another bit? No, I think they're all here. That's a little blue bit. So I've got, this is just what I was sort of like mopping up the ink when I dyed the velvet. So I put this one underneath there. So we've got that. I've got sort of a couple of different colours, sort of like bluey greens. That's quite nice, isn't it? Will that fit? That will fit, won't it? Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. I do have some green left that would probably match, but I quite like a sort of like a contrast, really. Would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Pinky. I quite like this one. I used this one on that one, so that one's a little bit darker, so I might just use this one. Now I've got some little lace pins like that, and they're really good to pop in your in here to hold your lace down or your ribbon down. They're just little lace pins, and they're really, really thin. And I found them really easy for these. Now, because some pins are quite sort of like hard to stick in, aren't they? And they make such a big mark. But these are fabulous. I think I did get them in the UK when I was there before, because it says £2.10 on there. So they must have been, I think, 15 grams. I don't know how many pins you get in there, but I'm sure you can buy lace pins anywhere. But I just thought they were really, really nice. What do you think? Too much? Too much? Too pink? Oh, I don't know. It's quite nice to have a little bit of... See, I would have quite liked the blue, but I don't think I've got any blue left. I have a little bit, but I think I used it all up in my... making my flowers. I think I'm going to have this contrast. Shall we do that? Let's do that. Right, what we need is a little bit of this. Oh, look, that's just going to fit. So I'm going to just eyeball this. Put a little gap in the middle. And then I'm just going to rip it down there. Let's see, will it rip? So much thread everywhere. I have been making more flowers, so not sure whether you saw my videos on making the lovely flowers, but I've been adding some sequins to them, and God, they look beautiful. Just loving them. So that would go in, and then we put that down. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? I think we will do that. Right, let's just eyeball it. Let's just snip that down there, pop that on here. These are the lovely BB Craft spools that I got, which I am loving. I've got a video coming out tomorrow, I believe, on a little embellishment with the spools to go on to my other journal. Okay, that's enough talking. What colour do we have on the back? Green. So I'm going to put this blue, I think. I think we'll have to tear this one down this way. How wide was that? About there. This is just some cotton fabric that I had. It was a little sort of like very thin, lightweight curtain that was very, very old. They weren't expensive, they were just old. Let's just... I'm doing that just to pop on the inside. Okay, now first thing I need to do is just just rough up the edges on this. This one's not too bad. Before I start sewing, let's just pop a little bit on here. So I just thought this would look quite nice, just a little bit roughed up just on the edges there. I think it looks quite sort of like nice, but again, you can make it just how you want it. This is just an idea to show you what it's like to have some of that lovely velvet ribbon on the side, and it's a really simple one to make. Do I need to do that? I don't need to do that edge, do I? Because that's going to be covered up. So let's just do the top. This is this lovely thing that keeps disappearing. It's Crafter's Companion. It's the little distress tool that I have. It's one of those that I keep losing. I keep putting the ribbon on it, but it does tend to sort of disappear. In my messy room, I will never have a tidy craft room because I'm always making something or other. And every time I tidy it up, like I always say, I can't find anything. And I know you guys are the same. Every time we tidy up, we put things away thinking we remember where we put it. And nope. But I'm not sure whether I'm going to have a Friday freebie this week because before, as you know, we've had problems with the roof and it has been leaking. That's all fixed now, but the room needs painting, and it's obviously it's in my craft room, so it all needs redoing. So and now the sun's out, it's all lovely. I want to get it done before it gets too hot in the summer. So I think that's planned for this week. We've got people coming in, they've done a few bits and pieces, but I just don't have time to sort the Friday freebie out, so I might just have to give it a miss for this week and then get back on it for next Friday, and then hopefully we will be all up to date, no problems with the roof. And I think it might be a bit of a chance to sort of like sort some bits out. Well, you know, when you've got bits in your craft room that you don't really use. I've got stacks of bits and pieces that are taking up room that I'm not using. So I think I will put some stuff away and mark the boxes, mark off where things are, so I'm not forever looking for stuff. Right, so have I done that right? I've done that wrong, haven't I? No, that's it, that's right. Gosh, that's going to be the middle. So quite actually, we've got that one. That might look a little bit better on the outside. That looks a little bit better, and then I'm going to pop this one on the inside. So let's stick the inside on first. Let's just turn it around. I'm going to just glue it with a little bit of glue stick. Just down. Just so that it stays in place while I sew it. Okay. I'm not really bothered too much about the gap in between. I think, I don't know whether you can see that through there, but it's about 1 centimetre or just under ½ an inch gap. Oops, that's not going to stick, is it? Did I put enough glue? Let's just turn that over quickly. A little bit of glue down here. Pop this on. Like that. So it's nice if you've got some like little leftover bits of fabric. Do you know what I mean? It's quite nice, but I'm loving this. A little bit of fabric there. And then I'm going to sew that down through the middle, just like that. Nice and simple. Now what I need to do is make sure that's in the middle. Oops, where's my little clip? I'm going to clip it that side, I think. And then I'm going to eyeball it. There we go. Make sure you've sort of like got it in the middle. I can just see, if you hold it up to the light, or you'll be able to see when you're at home doing this, if you're going to do it, just where you're going to put it. Well, we will see, won't we? I'm going to cut a little bit more of this off. Just like that. Gosh, I'm sorry, if you can hear that drilling again, it's our neighbours have come back off holiday. Or they haven't come back off holiday, they've come on holiday. They have a holiday home here. And every time he comes, he drills and drills and drills. So I hate to think what his house is like inside. He must have so many holes in his wall. Oh, so many shelves. There's only so much drilling you can do, I'm sure. Okay, there we go. Let's just sew it. Shall we just sew that? Let's pop this one there. Let's move some of my stuff out of the way. Let's bring it in our sewing machine. Now these are little bits I've got to pop on the outside when we are done. Now, are we in view? Yes, sort of. What do you reckon? Do you think this is going to work? Let's just have to unpop that now. See how well I've sewn it. Let's just get my scissors. Chop that off. Oh look, that's pretty good, isn't it? Can you see? I'm not sure whether you can see there's sort of like the dark line in the middle. So that's our little bit of velvet. Look at that. This way round, isn't it? I quite like that. Now let's pop this. We don't need that now. Let's just tidy up the little messy bits. Let's go on the inside. Now again, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can just glue on a little spiny bit, can't you? You don't have to do it, but I quite like it. Just opening it up, just by cutting that in half and opening it up, these fit in there a little bit better because my printer doesn't print all the way round the edge, right to the edge I mean. So these are a little bit bigger, but I think that looks really good. I'm not worried about this bit sticking out. I think it just adds to it. Look at that. That's fabulous. I love it. Loving this colour. Okay, so let's just pop that to the side a second. I am now going to just rough up the edges of this, but I'm going to use my scissors because it's a bigger sort of space, isn't it? Bigger bit, so just go around. There we go. Just grunge it up. Easiest way to do it is getting the whole lot together. I used to do them one at a time, and I tell you what, it takes so long. And we don't need it to be a perfect, do we? Not a perfect grunge, but a little bit of ink just around the edge. Perfect. Okay, lovely. Nice and messy. Now again, if you don't have coffee or tea stain paper, you can just use ordinary copy paper. You don't have to have it coloured. But if you wanted to colour it quickly, you can just get some cold coffee or something in a little spritzy bottle, spritz your white paper, and then just dry it with a heat gun, which is really simple, and it gives you a little bit of colour, a little bit of sort of like texture on your pages. But this one, these have been done in the garden last year. Okay, fabulous. So that can go on there. This goes in there like that. Aren't they just fun, pretty little journal covers? And I'm loving the butterfly like that. Look at that. I think that looks really nice. So shall we sew this in before I actually pop these on? Where shall I pop that? Probably right there. We shall see. We shall see. I need to make some holes in here, don't we? Let me just get my my little book to make some holes in. Okay, so I've got my book and I've got my little what's it called? I need one of these big little embroidery needles. I don't need that cotton because what I'm going to use my awl. I've got an embroidery needle. What shall we do? We've either got that or I've got the pink. Oh, I think maybe pink. Pink looks nice, doesn't it? So let's take that out, stick that in my pin cushion. I'm going to unravel all of this because I've got it really, really flat and I don't want it too flat. I want it a little bit wrinkled. It's only where I ironed it dry to dry it the other day because I wanted to use some of it quickly. So there we go, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Okay, so now we've got to try and thread this through our needle. So just pop that through like that. I'm not going to cut that off because I don't know how much I'm going to use. So what I'm going to do, that's in the right place. Let's just bring it down slightly. That's in the right place like that. I'm going to open up my book. I just use this because it's got that nice sort of shape to it so that we can actually make holes in our journals. Which was the top? Okay, now this one I'm just popping 2 holes in because all I'm going to do is pop the thread through my ribbon just in and out, if you know what I mean. Let's just make sure that's gone through. Okay, perfect. What I should have done is actually pin these together, not pin them, clip them. Oops. Just so that doesn't move. Let's take this out of the way. Pop that there. I think that's pretty much in the middle. I need to, actually I won't do that because I'm going to have these separate anyway. I need to make these holes just a little bit bigger because the ribbon's got to go through it. So we need to make sure that our seam binding can go through it. Now again, you don't have to use seam binding, you can just use any ribbon that you've got. Pop that in there. Oops. So we need to, I want this on the outside, so I need to come through the back, don't I, from this into there. Let's bring that through. Let's give it a little tug. Go through this one. This one. There we go. There we go. Back down through there. And then down through this one. If it will come through. There we go. Perfect. Take our needle off. Okay, let's just make sure you're all lined up. And that's the middle. Can you see that's got the lovely little bit in the middle? Like that. Perfect. Isn't that lovely? I do love these. So it's entirely up to you whether you tie it in a knot or a bow. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to tie it sort of at the top of this. Just going to tie a little knot like that. And then these can hang down, these 2 bits can sort of hang down. And then if need be, you can always tie that in a bow. But I quite like them sort of like dingly dangling down. Okay, now I'm going to pop these little bits to the side. Gosh, I got so much stuff on my desk. I could do with a desk sort of like 3 times bigger than I already have. Okay, these are the little bits from the kit for the Ko-fi. Right, these are my little flowers. Now on these ones, what I've done, these are my seam binding flowers. I've added a little sequin and a little bead to the middle, and I've just sewn them in, and I just think they look so pretty. This one I've added a little bit of this fabric and made a flower, and then another seam binding flower on there. So I just think they look so lovely, but I think we need a pink one, don't we, to go on there like that. And then the other flowers that I was doing that I've added sequins to, I don't know whether you saw this video, but I've just added some sequins around this bit. I just think they look so pretty. And on this one, as I gathered it, I popped in some beads in between. I just think they look so pretty. I just love them. I just need to find the right project to actually use them on, but nothing better than having them already in your stash, is there? No, I think I quite like that one. Okay, I'm going to pop that one in. I'm just having so much fun making flowers at the moment, so that's going to sit on there. Did I show you these? These are the ones from the Ko-fi. These were the free monthly Ko-fi embellishment sort of pack, which go with these papers. And what I've done, I've just taken one of the little tags out. I'm just going to pop it on the page. I have got one of my words and phrases. I'll pop a link to these down below anyway. And that just says passion. And then I've got some of my little butterflies, which I love. Right, shall we have, what did I do with the rest of this? Shall I pop just a little bit of this through that hole? I need to sort of scrunch this up a little bit, I think. It's a bit too tidy. Go through. Should I just tie it in a little knot? I'm going to stick it down anyway. Let's just tie that like that if I can. Just a little one like this. There we go. Perfect. So that's just going to sit on there. Should we have a little bit of something behind this? Or should I just runkle it up? Should we have it wrinkled? Or should I have it underneath? Or maybe I just do that. And then we'll have our butterflies. Okay, I'm going to just do this first. So I've got my glue gun because it's quick. A little bit of glue on there. Let's just scrunch that up just a little bit. Pop that on top. Like that. So pretty, isn't it? Right, and then shall we have some little butterflies? I think I'm just going to use, where should we put them? Gosh, I haven't used my butterflies for a long time either. Look at these, they're just so pretty, aren't they? Let's put these two on. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just pop this on first. Just going to pop that there. Just right there, it doesn't have to be in the middle. Let's glue our little flower on. Just there, just, I think. Looks nice, doesn't it? Pop a little bit of glue on the back of here. So again, you can have these little, make just the little covers. You don't have to put anything inside them for now. Do you know what I mean? Because you could just have, or what you could probably do, you could probably put an extra, even a piece of fabric down here. Then if you've got a book, you could just slide it in the back and the front, if you know what I mean. If you put a little bit of fabric there, you could slide it in and just use this as a cover, which I think would look nice, wouldn't it? But then again, I think I would probably pop something a little bit harder on there. Okay, let's just a little bit of glue. Little blob there, little blob there. Let's just take a little. Oh, I've forgotten how I love these little butterflies. So we just put this beautiful blue one there. Look at that. Where should we have this one? Should we just have him on the side? Oh, let's have him down there, shall we? Just pop him there. Pop you on there. There we go. Oh, I would probably add, if I had it to hand, which I don't, my stickles, which I haven't used for a long time. Look at that, how easy and simple is that? And look at that beautiful butterfly. I just love it. So it's a little, lovely little sort of like notebook, which is nice, simple to make. And such a beautiful gift as well. A nice, quick and simple gift for anybody. So let me just get the other ones. Here we go. So now I have 2 beautiful booklets. I think they are gorgeous. Now, like I said, you could probably do a little bow on here, couldn't you? What do you think? If I can. Gosh, where's it gone? Nice quick bow. That wasn't a nice quick bow, was it? Let's try again. There we go. Pull that down. Look at that. Love it. Love it. So there we go, guys. That is just a little project for you. Really nice and simple, and that's using my beautiful new papers, which is the watercolor butterflies and flowers. So there we go, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.